You won't believe what happened to Mbavu Destroyer in the final seconds of that fight. One brutal exchange, one shocking collapse, and suddenly he is being dragged out of the ring on a stretcher while the crowd watches in total silence. But that is not all, because what happened after the referee made his decision sent the entire internet in absolute chaos. Fans were screaming, unfair, accusations started flying in, and some people even claimed the entire fight was scripted from the start.
Obinna wakamuita kwenye interview wakascript kwamba aongee, nimemuitisha 200,000 ati akishinda alipe coach 200,000. Jamaa kasik sympathy mpaka niliweza kumrekodi, nitaweka hiyo video. Niweza kumpigia nikarekodi ili ajiongee mwenyewe, na akasema ni kweli si yeye na mimi sikumuomba.
Wait until you hear what viewers noticed in those final moments, the details that made thousands of fans turn against the result overnight. Tears, outrage, and a victory that didn't feel like a victory at all. This was not just a fight, this was controversy, drama, and chaos exploding in front of millions. And what happened next changed everything. We're talking about Majembe, the real name Potiphar Odipo, versus Mbavu Destroyer, born Ferdinand Omondi, two TikTok rivals who took their online beef into a professional boxing ring with the whole country watching. But what should have been a celebration of grassroots sports turned into a nightmare that has people calling for investigation, demanding refunds, and accusing promoters of manipulating the entire event. And by the end of this video, you will understand exactly why Mbavu's stretcher exit has become a symbol of something much darker, and why even politicians are being dragged into this mess. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, because this story is developing by the hour and you don't want to miss any updates. March the 3rd of 2026, Kasarani Indoor Arena is packed to capacity. The energy inside that venue was absolutely electric. Fans wearing Team Majembe and Team Mbavu merchandise, chants echoing off the walls, and cameras everywhere. When both fighters entered the ring, the roar was deafening. But here is what eyewitnesses reported that didn't make it into the official broadcast. From round 1, the intensity was raw and unpolished. These were not technical boxers, they were street fighters with gloves on, throwing everything they had at each other. Mbavu Destroyer came out aggressive, landing several clean shots that had the crowd on their feet. According to multiple fans who were ringside, Mbavu was connecting more frequently in the early rounds, showing better stamina and fight IQ. Majembe, on the other hand, seemed to be absorbing punishment but waiting for his moment. Round 3 is where things started shifting. Majembe began targeting Mbavu's body, heavy shots to the ribs and solar plexus that visibly slowed down the Destroyer. By round 4, both fighters were exhausted, but Mbavu appeared to be fading faster despite his earlier dominance, and this is where the controversy starts to brew. Fans noticed that the referee seemed to be allowing Majembe more leeway when it came to clinching and recovery time. There were moments when Mbavu landed combinations that should have prompted the ref to check on Majembe, but the fight continued without intervention. But that is not all. Wait until you see what happened next. Mbavu came out swinging, clearly trying to secure a knockout, because he must have sensed something was off with the scoring. He landed a massive right hand and staggered Majembe backward. The crowd erupted, thinking this was it, thinking Mbavu the Destroyer had sealed his victory. But Majembe recovered, and in the final 30 seconds, he unleashed a flurry of punches that pushed Mbavu into the ropes. The bell rang, both fighters exhausted. And then came the moment that would spark days of outrage. The referee called both fighters to the center of the ring. You could feel the tension, fans holding their breath, cameras zooming in, and this was the moment everyone had been waiting for. And then the referee raised Majembe's hand. Winner by decision, Majembe. Half the arena exploded in celebration. The other half erupted in boos and accusations of robbery. But what happened next is what truly shocked the nation. As Majembe was being presented with his victory belt and the keys to his new Toyota Noah, Mbavu Destroyer collapsed in his corner. Medical personnel who were on standby immediately rushed into the ring. Mbavu was unresponsive, or at best semi-conscious, his team frantically calling for help, and within minutes, a stretcher was brought into the ring. The cameras captured everything: Mbavu being lifted into the stretcher, oxygen mask being placed on his face, his body limp and motionless. As they carried him out through the arena, fans began throwing bottles and debris into the ring. The celebration for Majembe was cut short as security had to form a barrier to protect him from the angry crowd. Videos of Mbavu being stretched out were posted from dozens of angles: Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all exploding with reaction. According to sources close to Mbavu's camp, he was rushed to a nearby hospital where he was treated for severe exhaustion and dehydration. Some unconfirmed reports even suggested possible concussion protocol, though his team had been tight-lipped about the full extent of his condition. Here is what makes this even more dramatic. While Mbavu was being treated in hospital, Majembe was doing victory laps on social media, posting photos with his new car and thanking his sponsors. The optics were terrible, one fighter celebrating while his opponent was in medical care. This contrast fueled even more anger among fans who felt like Mbavu had been sacrificed for entertainment. Now, let's go to the really explosive part of this story. Within hours of the fight ending, a narrative began forming across Kenyan social media. This whole thing was scripted, and the man at the center of the accusations, Oga Obinna himself. First, the sponsorship deals. The level of institutional support doesn't come cheap. Critics are arguing that with so much money on the line, there was immense pressure to deliver a specific outcome that will maximize publicity and future revenue. Second, Majembe's backstory was being pushed heavily in pre-fight promotion. He was marketed as the underdog with a sympathetic narrative, struggling comedian trying to make it, while Mbavu was positioned as the arrogant antagonist. Classic entertainment scripting, according to media analysts who have studied wrestling and reality TV formulas. Third, and this is where it gets really suspicious, the judging scorecards had not been publicly released. Despite multiple requests from fans and even some media outlets, the official scores from all the three judges remains undisclosed. Why the secrecy if this was a legitimate sporting competition? Multiple fans who attended the event have come forward claiming that they overheard conversations between events suggesting the outcome was predetermined. Thousands of Kenyans who watched the fight, both in person and online, genuinely believe that Mbavu Destroyer won that match. Fight analysis videos have been breaking down the round by round. By most independent counts, Mbavu won at least 3 of the 5 rounds, based on clean punches landed, ring control and aggression, even giving Majembe the benefit of the doubt on close rounds. The decision should have been a draw at worst for Mbavu. So, why did Majembe get the unanimous decision? Here is where the unfair accusations really gained tractions. Fans have pointed out specific moments where the referee's intervention seemed biased. When Mbavu was landing combinations, the ref would quickly step in, break them up. But when Majembe was in attack mode, he was given much more freedom. In round 4, Mbavu landed what appeared to be a knockdown. Majembe's glove touched the canvas, but the referee ruled it a slip and didn't start a count. These small decisions add up over the course of a fight and can completely change the outcome. Then there's the matter of the judges themselves. Who were they? What were their qualifications? Were they professional boxing judges or just people hired for the event? None of this information has been made public, which in legitimate boxing is standard transparency. The frustration from fans isn't just about their favorites losing, it's about feeling like they witnessed something dishonest. Many people bought tickets, traveled to Kasarani, spent money on merchandise and food, and they feel cheated. Online polls conducted after the fight showed that over 70% of respondents believe that Mbavu Destroyer won. Even some Majembe fans admitted they were surprised by the decision. The phrase that keeps appearing in comments and tweets is unfair, not just the decision but the entire system that led to Mbavu being carried out on a stretcher while Majembe was being celebrated. Now, here is the fascinating twist to this whole saga. Majembe may have won the official decision, the belt, and the Toyota Noah, but Mbavu Destroyer has won something potentially more valuable, the hearts of the Kenyan people. In the days following the fight, Mbavu's social media following has exploded. Brands are reaching out to him for endorsements. Fellow celebrities are showing support, and fundraising efforts have been launched to help cover his medical expenses and compensate for his perceived injustice. The narrative has completely flipped. Mbavu is now being portrayed as the warrior who gave everything in the ring, fought with honor, and was betrayed by a corrupt system. Majembe meanwhile is dealing with backlash. His comment section flooded with accusations and insults. His victory celebration viewed by many as hollow. Some social media commenters have drawn parallels to his historical boxing controversies, where the loser became more famous than the winner. The court of public opinion has rendered its verdict, and it's completely opposite to what the official judge decided. This raises interesting questions about the future of celebrity boxing in Kenya. Will Oga Obinna be able to promote another event after this controversy? Will sponsors continue backing this spectacle if they are viewed as rigged? And most importantly, what happens to the fighters themselves, the Mbavu and Majembes of the world who are caught in the middle of this entertainment sport hybrid? So there you have it, the complete story of Mbavu Destroyer's final moments in the ring, the controversial decision and the massive scandal that followed. This is still a developing story, and I'll be keeping you updated as more information comes out. What do you think? Was it scripted or legitimate? Should there be a rematch? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown valuable, smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories everyone is talking about. And here is the thing, this controversy has exposed bigger issues about entertainment, sports integrity, and how social media fame is being monetized in Kenya. I'll be doing the follow-up videos on all these angles, so make sure notifications are turned on. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Celebrity Drama Files.